So my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage. That's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed. No fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I got to pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. This is it. Today's the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to today. This is it. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing. Let's go, baby. Okay, welcome to the live. It's Thursday Night Live. We're getting ready to go, and it is on. Okay, tonight is NASAA night, right? It's Series 63, 65, 66. Okay, now, our big thing here is that we are looking at some really good, really quality free shit out there, okay? A lot of really good quality shit. We have, obviously, my channel, okay? We have Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. We have Susie Rhodes at Past Masters. We have Brian Lee over at Test Geek. And we have the world's greatest Facebook group, FINRA Exam and Test Prep Network. It has 7,300 people in it. So many people going on and getting in there and helping each other out. I don't even know how many. Every day somebody's saying, they passed, they got closed, they missed, all feedback. They get feedback, supportive. It's all super helpful around each other. They're all helping each other out. At least 50 to 60 people, maybe 100, stay on even after they leave, just to keep answering questions and stay in the game and help people out and give encouragement. It's amazing. I have people who passed the test 2 years ago still helping each other out. It is just outstanding. Okay, so we're here for the Series 63, the Series 65, and the Series 66. So Thursday nights are tough, but we're going to get into it. Okay, now, okay, Jason D, am I worried about what's going on in the market? I'm never worried about the market. I'm a long-term player. I don't do it for short-term. I do a little bit, but I'm not worried about this at all. I play around. The only time I get hurt is when I sell out of something and I go, oh, it's up. I'm going to sell out. And then it goes up even higher. I'm not worried about the markets at all. The market is not the economy. It is a leading indicator, right? But it is not the economy. And it's not, you can't look at now. You have to look at what's going on. There's going to be pain. It keeps going. And remember, sometimes the shit overreacts because keep in mind that some of the people who trade do not have the same time frame as you, right? They're not doing the same things. They're doing different things. So the best way to keep an eye on that is just don't worry about it too much. Just buy your shit and hold. Even Kramer, sometimes he has a good shit, sometimes he doesn't. He's like, I feel bad for all the people who just got in the market, the new buyers to the market recently, and they take a hit like this, right? But just stay the course, baby. Just stay the course. Ken Langone was on there, and he goes, just wait for it. Just wait for this shit. There's going to be some pain, but it's all going to work out. And if it doesn't work out, the market's going to be up. Just hang out for a little bit. We're not going under. Okay. So we'll do a little bit. You're going to rock this thing, Ray. Now, so advertising. So broker dealers can advertise. They can do it. They can even do testimonials, everything. But if they pay for it, right? So if they pay extra for it, if they pay more than $100, they have to disclose that. Now, IAs can, the SEC, and this is where they're a little fuzzy, right? And they haven't really come down on it. The SEC came out with a new advertising rule that you can do solicitations, testimonials, as long as you disclose it, disclose who the person is, what the relationship is, and whether you paid them or not. There's other things, but that's most of it. And that's the SEC rule. And NASAA said, okay, we don't agree with that, but they've left it open that if a state wants to follow the SEC guidelines, they can. Okay. So on that, so if you're a state advisor, can you do testimonials? Depends on your state. Okay. So technically they can. I go with that state saying no, but the more research that I do, the more I see that it's just not a thing. It's not going to work that way. Now, let's move on. this. If you give, remember, as IAs, if they give anything to more than one person is considered advertising. So if you send out promotional material like recommendations, whatever it is, to one person, it's just correspondence, right? If it's more than one person, then it's considered advertising and has to follow your policies and procedures. But here's the one rule. If it's sent out to 10 people or less, you have to keep track of everyone you sent it to. Okay. If it's more than 10 people, so if it's more than 10 people, then you have to just keep track of what you sent. Not much deeper than that advertising. Oh, one last thing. So if you have a LinkedIn or a Facebook or anything like that, and and there's a like button, technically that's a risk because that could be considered a testimonial or a solicitation, not a solicitation, endorsement. So a lot of times when you work for the bigger firms, I can take my wallet out. If you work for the bigger firms, they may take hold of your LinkedIn and make it so you can't get likes or so they can't get likes or endorsements. Because then the problem is if they like a post that you made about a stock or some sort of thing, it's considered an endorsement. And then if they don't have policies and procedures for that, they can't make disclosures. It makes it a pain. Okay. Now, moving on. There's two things. We have a couple more things we're going to talk about. So then there's static. So anything that's static is like a post or a blog that can't be changed. So that's always going to have to be pre-approved. That's more of a FINRA rule, but we're going to go there. Anything that's like a chat room or a back and forth, that is considered interactive and it doesn't have to be pre-approved. Now, let's say somebody, unbeknownst to you, just throws out there a little hey, Ray's the best advisor I've ever worked with. Ray is awesome at IAR, and he has an IAR. He's a rep. He's great. He makes good decisions. All this stuff, but you weren't part of it, and he does that on Twitter. On Twitter or fucking Blue, whatever the fuck that is, or Truth Social or Rumble or whatever it is. Okay, if they do that and you're not part of it, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. But here's the problem: if you retweet it, like it, refer to it, link it, embed it on your website, any of that shit, that is considered adoption. If you adopt it, then it has to go under the policies and procedures of the firm. And you got to worry about that. So that's one of the things about this is that if somebody puts a third party in a place where you're not connected to, fine. There's no rule again. You can't control what other people do, right? However, if you make any mention of it or anything, boom, it's your thing. Okay. Now, here's the other one. If you help the person write it, like this is sort of what happened as a firm. I forgot what firm. It happened in Minneapolis. They use like 1,500 influencers. It's not exactly the same thing, but they really weren't controlling what they're saying other than saying, these are the things we want you to say. And you say whatever way you want. They weren't running it through compliance or anything. And so if you're involved in someone putting up a post, social media person, using an influencer or a tweet, then it's called entanglement. And if you don't disclose that, you get a lot of trouble. I mean, I guess if you were part writing it and you disclose the hell out of it and you followed all the rules, then it's not a problem. But entanglement in general kind of means you got involved with it and you helped write it. So we got issues there. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Now, I think that works. I hope that helps, Ray. I hope that helps you a little bit. I don't know. I'll see later when you answer. Ken, that didn't help me at all. You totally were confusing and rambling. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. Now, okay. That's right, Gear. Just get on your shit and just keep taking questions. You don't have to ask questions. That's why I say if you're on here, look, if you don't have questions, you can sit and hang out and listen to my ramblings. It's fine. But if you have questions, ask them up early. Okay. And you'll have some next week, I know. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, guys, by the way, if you ever need tutoring, I'm here for you. It's weird. I work from I'm on vacation, so I'm only doing a couple of people a day. I'm trying not to do any, but please, I have a test tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But if you go to my website, series7exam.org, I can help. And then I have other tutors on that website I don't have time. But also check out, especially for tonight, the 65 and 66 stuff. Michael Weiss has a CFA. He knows his shit. He's been in the business, unlike a lot of other tutors who have not really been in the business, where you can't verify it or whatever. He's really good. He's super organized. That he does, you can go over, and he's cheaper than he's about half the cost to me. He's really great, and he's at series7examtutor.com. Okay, I try to lift all boats. I try to lift a bunch of people up with me. Okay. Also, if you Are you on delay? Was it delay? Hold on, let's see. Is everyone else delayed? Hold on. Hold on. Make sure we're not delayed. Okay. Okay. CT, I'll get to you. Hold on. So maybe it's gear. Maybe it's just you, gear. Okay. Oh, also, if you guys are just starting out and you want to know what to start with, okay, there you go. So if you're studying for the SAE, okay, stop taking fucking notes, Blake. Okay, so this is mostly 63, 65, 66, but with this kind of shit, it actually flows with all of it. Okay, so now stop taking fucking notes. I like literally now part of it is because I'm really fucking lazy and I don't take notes. I mean, that's just the thing. I do not like taking notes at all. Okay. So that's kind of where I am with that. Um, my biggest thing here is that I want you to understand this stuff less. I want you to be less about taking notes. I mean, 8 pages of notes in 2 days. That's incredibly bad. That's not good. We don't want to have that. Okay. That is not a good idea. It's way too much. Okay. It just really is. Okay. Now, um, my next part, I'm just getting this. Hold on. What? You bastards. Where's my other one? There it is. One more thing. And there we go. Okay. So now, um, so what I want you to do is I want you to just read the book. Now, if you're having trouble understanding it, go get the Achievable. I have a link for them, but I don't even give a shit. Just go to achievable.me. Achievable.me, they are fucking outstanding. Okay. They're really good at what they do. They teach it like it's brand new, and they have a program. You type in the day you're taking it, they tell you how much to do. Yeah, I'm moving a lot right now. Good thing I don't have a cameraman. So let's get into Blake. Blake Lively. Now, just read the book. Stop taking notes. The only thing you should write down is nothing. Let's make it this way. You're allowed 1 page per chapter. One-sided page per chapter. Double lined. Okay? That's your rule. That's the max you can do. So that means you're going to have to be really, really judicial about what you can write in. I don't even want that many notes, but really focus on understanding the products. And this is for any exam 63, 65, 66, the SIE, the 7. If you are taking a lot of notes, you're not learning, you're just trying to memorize. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to actually focus on learning and understanding the products way more than taking notes. So just if you can get through the book one time without taking a lot of notes, and then maybe just jot down things that you really don't understand. Like if you go preemptive rights, I'm gonna go, I just don't get it. Then write it down, and then you can bring it in on the Tuesday night and ask it on the Tuesday night class. Okay, the new Tuesday night Zoom. Okay, okay. Is it delayed? I don't know. Gears, is it still delayed for you, or are you just processing slower? Now, take tomorrow's studying. Okay, I watched all your stuff and use this. How do I come the test? Will be bad. Yep. It is Paris. Yes, it is definitely written different. Okay. 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 Liz, I'll get to you actually now. It is different. My big thing on this is if you're taking it tomorrow, get the fuck off my life. Go get some sleep. Watch my crash course. I have a crash course, a playlist that'll help you a lot. But if you don't have time, watch my 63 crash course, the 66 crash course. They're 2 different videos. They cover the whole test. And watch the quick and easy. It's all the bond stuff. But get some sleep, relax, don't worry about their wording. Just try to, if you have to go through it twice, if you have to read it once and then answer a question and come back later and go through it again, that's fine. Just always try to figure out what they're asking. And you may get the easy test, who knows? But you always want to try to figure out what the hell are they at? What are they asking me? Are they trying to get me to do this or that? Okay. That's my big thing. They're not absolutely trying to trick you, but they're not trying to make it easy. Remember that. Okay. So just get some sleep, kid. That's the most important thing. Okay, yes, okay. Oh, hold on. T-Fam. That is outstanding. That's awesome. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. That is outstanding. Now, as I tell everyone, I do appreciate it. I did help you, but really, I'm just a cheerleader. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to get you through this. I'm trying to get you through this without like going crazy, right? Blowing your top or anything like that. So just keep it calm, try to make you laugh a little bit and go and know that these tests, while they're hard, they're not so hard that you need to drive yourself nuts. Okay. But again, congrats, T-Fam. Liz and I are still studying together. We're on together now. We're worried about I lose a viewer. That's crazy. Don't forget, guys, if you're bored, hit the like and also share this shit to someone who you think is like, oof, I'd be totally bored with this shit. Okay. How do you best support? Okay, you have to take the test for the third time. I wonder if I know who it is. Your best, don't bug her too much. I mean, send her funny memes. Just tell her you love her no matter what, and just listen. Again, we're going to be fine. Okay. Remember, the big thing to tell everyone: this test isn't the end all be all. If it's who I think it is, she's going to rock. If it is who I think it is, she's going to be ready. She just missed it by one. And it's just a headspace there. It's going to be this. The second one seems to be harder. Don't worry about it. Your best thing to do is just be supportive whenever she said, let her rent. Like I've learned, like when my wife tries to tell me something wrong, I don't try to solve the problem. I just let her vent and I let her vent and then she feels better. If I try to solve it, that doesn't work. It's the same thing. You know how it works, right? They just want to vent and be like that. So if you're near her, take her out for drink. If you live near her, take her out for drinks. If you don't, have a night of just sitting there where maybe you go watch Wicked together online. Like you'll put it on the start at the same time and you watch it and you go from there. Things like that. These are things you can do to just maybe the big thing is for people in a tough headspace, you kind of got to take a night off, right? You got to take one night a week. You got to be like, okay, I'm not doing this. Okay. Just take a night off and just be there for support her, send her dirty pictures. I don't know. Get her an escort, get her a guy. Okay. Okay. Can you explain weak semester? Okay. Okay. So the way I don't worry about so the big thing is, look, here's how I understand something. You're not using fundamental or technical analysis. Well, you're not using technical for any of them. You're not using fundamental really for any of them either, other than weak, right? So because the idea is that it's efficient, right? So you're not going to get a find a weak an inefficiency in the market, and that's where traders make their money if the weak semi-strong and strong from finding inefficiencies in the market. So let's go with this. I think Brian Lee has his okay, but I think his take is a little off on it. But it's fine. It's not that big a deal. So weak form is the fact that all historical prices are built in, right? We don't really believe we believe in efficient market there, but we kind of like we're kind of weak about it, right? So we believe that everything you can't base future prices and past prices. We don't use technical because we don't say what it did yesterday has no bearing on today, whatever. Now, we do believe that with using fundamental and going through the financials and ripping it apart, you could find a way, find a little nugget or maybe get a little edge. We're going, okay, maybe this is underpriced or overpriced or something like that. Weak believes that there are possibilities for that. Okay. Now, semi-strong does not really believe in that unless semi-strong believes that all the new news. Whenever I say new news, I think of the show I used to watch when I was a kid called The Great Space Coaster. And there was a guy, the news, it was GNU's the news. He was a GNU, and he was taught the news. So he always knew the news. Okay, anyway, GNU's. Now, that's my rambling back to 1980. Okay, so now, when I was 12. 12? Yeah, 12. Semi-strong believes that all the news that is out in public is built into the price. And any new news that comes out will quickly be assimilated into the price, meaning that say the price is trading at 24, that's where it should be based on the news that is public. And then new news comes out saying, oh, we're above earnings or below earnings. The price will quickly go to where it's supposed to be, and then it's back to being efficient. So the idea is that all the publicly available knowledge is built into the price. So you can't beat it that way unless you either have possession of inside information or like I had a trader, one of my traders, they were running. It was okay. He didn't do anything illegal. He was one of the early web scrapers, I guess, right? I mean, trust me, it's beyond my thing. But they could gather. It would go to the deep web. It would go anything that's out there in public. He wouldn't steal information because we would double checking it. But all the information he had was out there. But I guess kind of like ChatGPT will scrape everything into one and give the answer and usually wrong or right or whatever it is. Don't get mad at me, GPT. But it scrapes all the news. And so he had a little edge on everyone because he had all the, and his program could predict, not predict, but like say, this is good, this is bad. And he'd go through scenarios, Monte Carlo theory in a way, all these different scenarios to come up with what's possible. So when news came out, he kind of had an idea how to react to it because he was ahead. He literally had 10 seconds to react. Okay. It was a computer that did it because once the news comes out, price goes. Okay. So he could react quicker to the news than other people can because he was gathering information behind the scenes a little bit. But it wasn't anything illegal. But it could be either inside information that way or unknown information that people can't put together. Like there was a whole thing about expert networks because they were doing this. They were paying these people who had non-disclosure documents, non-disclosure agreements with big firms, and they would pay them like 100 grand a year, 500 grand a year to give them information on the company, and that's insider trading. However, if you have the wherewithal, like say there's a chip company, so we'll call it Nvidia, okay, and they have plants in Malaysia, and you send people down there to look at and legally do it, look at the plant, see if it's busy, not busy, stuff like that, and you can make an assertion if it's good or bad based on that. That's legal. That's not public information. That's kind of hidden, but it's not illegal. It's not inside information. Just you have the wherewithal to check it out. So semi-strong believes that if you have that kind of information, you can beat the market. Now, strong form believes that you can't beat it even if you did that. But they believe that people trade on inside information and the information is built in, that you cannot beat it, just buy and fucking hold. Okay. They're saying that even if the news comes out, it's already baked into the price. So even if new news comes out, they go, oh, we knew that. So the price should move. I don't believe in that at all. I think it's somewhere between weak and semi-strong. We're not at all. I think there are efficiencies in the market. Once the news comes out, it does go to the price. But this is also why, well, with strong form, you believe that all news, public and private, is built into the price. Just buy and hold. You're going to be a passive investor. Okay. Hope I didn't rant too long on that one. I don't like long explanations. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit. 6 point. Okay. Okay. Jesse, I bought some butt setting for over 7 hours today, taking the 16, probably using cap on Cuba. Okay. No, you should not be worried. You're in the mid 70s. As long as you're not memorizing, Jesse, you're fine. As long as you're not memorizing answers, you're fine. If you want to test yourself, go. I have a thing called exam walkthroughs where I take tests online. I have like 5 for the SIE, 2 or 3 for the 7, and 1 or 2 for the 66 and 65. Go take them and see how you do on those. But you're taking them with me. Like it's not, you can't download it. You take it with me on channel. Like, and I started like 5 years ago, right? Again, nobody else is doing that shit, and I just did it to start. I didn't know it was going to work. I thought it'd be fucking shit out. People make fun of me, but they didn't, and there's some do, but whatever. My family more than anyone else. Go try them out, and if you're there, you're fine. And remember, Kaplan is invariably harder and more convoluted than the exam. So if you're in the high 70s, you're not memorizing, you're in good shape. Okay. Okay, I am about 15 minutes behind people, just so you know. Okay. Diego, I want to get to you. You were very right with the 6. I definitely felt like I was failing the entire time. Yeah. And it's amazing. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. You're done. That is TFM. That's awesome. You just get the insurance, which is a joke compared to this. Okay. It's still, treat it like it's not a joke, but it's a joke compared to this. That's outstanding. Yes. That's the thing about these exams. Less so sometimes the 66 and 65, you feel like you're doing better than you think. However, FINRA definitely goes into, and some of these where like they give you a scenario, you give 4 choices, which you hate all 4 of them, but one of them is better than the other, but it's still not perfect. You got to pick the one that's better than the rest. Because remember, you're picking the best answer, not the right answer. But TFM, that's outstanding. Okay, Diego, you're up next. Okay. Taking the 66 on Monday for the 3rd time. Okay. I think I just saw this question. Okay, now, so let's do that. Let's work through this, Nora. If I have a beta of 1.4, that means I'm expected to do 1.4 times the market return. And the portfolio is 12, beta 1. That means, remember, if you have a beta 1, that means you do the same as the market. So if the portfolio that has a beta of 1 does 12%, the market did 12%. So we're going to do 12% times the beta. So we're going to do 12 times 1.4. That's 16.8. We are expected to do 16.8. Does that make sense? We are expected to do 16.8. Now, what did we actually do? We actually did 18.8. We did 2 points better. So our alpha is 2. Okay, so we'll try this again. Portfolio beta 1. They earn 12. That means the market earned 12. You do 12, you do beta times that. 12 times 1.4 is 16.8. 18.8, so we did 2 points of alpha better. Now, if we did, as I say, we did 15.8, that'd be negative alpha of 1. So we had an alpha of 2 on this one because we did 2 points better. But if we did 15.8, that'd be negative alpha of 1. Okay, now, Diego, well done. You're done. Hope you're still on here. That is outstanding. Let's go with a good one. I got a good one. Doesn't really fit, but we like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no.
Boom, baby. Right into the sunset, Diego. That is outstanding. I know we go back and forth all the time, and you got it. I love it. I'm so happy for you. It's a great feeling to get done with the 66. And if you have any feedback on the exam, not exam answers, obviously, your questions, but if any feedback or surprises, please tell me now. Okay. Anyone taking the 65 or 66 tomorrow? This is also for the person before. You want to make sure you do a little last minute, obviously investment vehicles, always a thing, but a little last minute thing on joint accounts, estates, and trusts because it shows up a lot. Joint accounts, estates, and trusts, you want to make sure you do that. Okay, good. I'll just speak slower for you, gear grinder. I'll make sure that I speak slow so it'll catch up. Let me get my drink and I'll make sure that I go too fast that this can't drink slow. Okay. Gear grinder, just, speed it up a little bit now. Okay. It's awesome. We got Paris. You're going to rock this. We're going to get it. Okay. We're going to get you through this all. Okay. Lizzo. Okay. Line Ray. Okay. Boom. Yeah, they don't. What do you mean audio and video? Yeah, no, I guess it seems a little off. Somebody else is saying that too. Maybe that's why I don't have any viewers. I think because I'm at a hotel in Stowe and it's just not the same. I'll be home next Tuesday. I'll be back, but I appreciate it. So if I talk slow, does it make a difference? Okay. Good. That's awesome. She is awesome. She'll get it. She's a tough kid. She's a really tough kid. But Lanra, yeah, just keep on it. ChatGPT and the answers. Now remember, this is the thing I tell everyone. When you're reviewing an exam, I'll do this so it doesn't bother you. When you're reviewing an exam, okay, what I want everyone to do is when you review a test you take, I want you to have the PDF of the book next to you. After you read a question, don't just look at the answer and go, oh, I got it or don't got it. Control F to find out what topic it is. Control F and find it in the book and read the paragraph. Don't just read the answer because sometimes you get screwed up questions. Like we all know what an accredited investor is: 1 million net worth, 200 salary, 300 if they're married, right, or miserable. What happens is you'll see a question. It'll say which one of these is accredited, and it says a single person making 250. What happens is it'll just say in the answer 250. They made 250. That's more than enough for accredited. That meets it, but they may not mention the 200. So then you start thinking, wait a second, what's the accredited? So if you read the paragraph in the book about accredited, you'll be fine. Okay. Boom. Gary Gnu. There you go. Okay. Let's go, baby. You got the end of the month, Natalie. We're gonna get it. Now start doing quizzes. Okay. Gary Gnu, all the news that's news for you. Okay. So I'll let Danny, I'll answer that in a second. Okay. NPV. So first of all, find my time value of money video. It's going to help a lot. Now, here's the other part of this. Let me see if I shut down all my other videos, all my other tabs, all the porn. No, I'm kidding. That should get it. Let's see if that helps. I don't know. Okay, now NPV. So let's say we have it's part of present value, future value. So if we have a future value of 1,000, and based on 5% return, we come up with a present value of 850. Okay. So let's say we did our discounted cash flow, the DCF, to find out the present value was $850. That's our 850. We started at 1,000 future value. We have 850 as my present value. Okay. Now, if the present value is 850, that's where it should be trading. That's the expected price. What happens if it's trading 845? Watch this Phoenix, baby, right? So if the market price for the actual bond is 845 and my present value is 850, isn't that better? You're getting a discount. That's a positive NPV. So if the price, the purchase price, or the whatever you want to call it, I can't think of the word, accumulation price, whatever price you're going to buy it at, okay? If that's lower than the present value, that's a positive NPV. Now, what if we get the present value of 850 and then the price is like 870? It's worse. That's higher. So that's a negative NPV. Okay. So we have a lower one. Okay. If it's trading below present value, we're going to have a positive NPV. If it's trading above present value, it's going to have a negative NPV. Boom. Okay. Watch this, Phoenix. I hope that helps. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the question. Okay. So Ashley, yes, I do. I like the Test Geek stuff for a supplement. It's great. His videos are good and his tests are pretty good. Okay. Okay. Cody, I'll get to you next. I know I'm only about 10 minutes behind. I may be getting out of here. Okay. So I'm curious if someone gets the inside scoop from a chart. Now it depends, right? So if you're getting, this is the thing. Okay. Now, stay there 1 second. Okay. Now, where are we? So let's say you have a journalist who kind of gets a scoop of like, if they're making projections, probably not. But if they have proof of like a merger or a takeover or fraud happening, the CEO is going to be fired tomorrow, then yeah, you act on it. Yeah. I mean, I got to think that it's tougher to prove that one, but if you have inside information prior to public knowledge of sometimes they give them an article to write. They go, look, we want you to announce that we're doing this tomorrow. They have an inside scoop and you find out from them. Well, yeah, inside information. So it depends on what it is. If they're just doing like research on it and you talk to them and you make your own decision on what they said, no. But if they say, oh, we're coming up with an article tomorrow that's going to kill it, yeah, and you short it. Remember, getting the information isn't the crime. Acting on it is. Keep that in mind. Getting the information is not the crime. Acting on it is the crime. Okay. That's Martha Stewart. Okay. Don't sweat the taxes too much. Really, the only tax you have to worry about are ordinary income versus capital gains. That's not a big deal. So Cody, go into my Series 7 crash course. I have a crash course, not the quick and dirty. It's one video. Go into the Series 7 crash course, or just type it in. There's 2 videos called Taxes Baby. Don't worry about the options on taxes one. Just find the Taxes Baby video. That's enough for the test. That'll answer everything I talk about. Long-term gain versus short-term gain. Don't worry about the taxes. Some of the vendors go goddamn nuts. Some of the vendors absolutely go really nuts. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, here we go. I do like the Test Geek videos. I'm almost done. I may be out of here before 9. Okay. Manor, thank you very much. I'm not, but I appreciate it. Anyone else pass me? Okay. Okay. Now, where are we? Okay. Internal rate of return is like, so when I did the DCF, okay. So internal rate of return is when future value equals present value. Not the same number, but they have a base. It's almost like a break even Okay. 1 second, sit there. Okay. Now, so if I have future value of 1,000 and I have a present value is 850, just say that's, and I did the math, say that's 5%. It's around there anyway, over 3 years, right? So if I have a 3-year bond and it's going to be worth 1,000 in 3 years and it's, and the present value is 850, that rate of return where they're both equal is the IRR, the internal rate of return. So if you buy a bond less than that, you have a positive NPV, you're going to earn more than the IRR. Okay. And if you pay more, you're going to earn less than the IRR. So if you have a positive NPV, you're going to earn more than the internal rate of return. If you have a negative NPV, you're going to return higher than the internal rate of return. The internal rate of return is literally just, and it's what we find when we do DCF, that rate of return, where present value is on parity with present value. So future value and present value, they're not the same number, but they're equal in the terms of time value of money. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. 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 Now, boom. Thank you very much. Okay. A little bit. So not heavy, but let's just not super heavy, but understand. So 10Q for issuers is a quarterly report, unaudited. 10K is an annual report, audited. 8K is when they make announcements in between. That's easy. That's for issuers, not IAs, not broker dealers, issuers. Now, unless the broker dealer is an issuer, but it's for SEC registered issuers. Now I'm going to answer 2 questions because here we go. Adrian said this at the same question and more. No, I'll get to. Okay. Now, I'm going to answer both of these. So ADV is for advisors, right? So all advisors fill out ADV Part 1A. That's what they file with the IARD. Don't worry about that part. That's what they file with the regulator or the SEC. And that's just the facts, like how much money they have, where their officers are, who their officers are, what kind of customer is going to do, stuff like that. All that information, what their net capital is, do they have custody? Where are they registered with the state of the SEC? Okay. Now, the next part is ADV Part 1B. That's only for state advisors. They've asked the questions. Part 1B. So 1B is the facts, but only for state advisors. That's good. We're done. 1A and 1B are the facts. File with a regulator. You don't have to give it to your customer, but it's on the IARD and they can get a hold of it. Now, 2. Okay. Okay. Now, 1 second. I got tutors asking me questions. So. Okay. Now, ADV Part 2A and B. ADV Part 2 is the disclosure doc. Okay. 2A is for the whole firm. So if I started Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, okay. If I have, hold on. Okay, now, ADV Part 2A is a disclosure about docs for the firm. What our other stuff are, what our disclosures are, stuff like that. Any kind of conflicts, any kind of stuff like that. Good. Now, hold on. I got people asking me questions left and right. Where are we? Asking me for my CMO video. Okay, there it is. Now, so ADV Part 2A is all about the disclosure. It's my ADV, whatever. They all go together. Okay, so now, ADV Part 2A is for the firm. It's all the disclosures, how we do the money, how we charge, what our fees are, any conflicts of interest, stuff like that. That has to be given to the client at or prior to signing the contract. Okay. Now, ADV Part 2B is also called. Also, ADV Part 2A is a brochure, or the disclosure doc, or the ADV Part 2A. 2B is called the brochure supplement. That's the disclosures for you, 6 Point, or you, Adrian. That's like for you or your team. That's going to list your education, your background, how you manage the money, how you charge fees, all your disclosures about you. Now, that has to be given to the client at or prior to signing the contract. That's the rule, okay? That's the actual rule. I have to give it at or prior to signing the contract. However, you're all like, wait, what about the state? We're going to get there. Now, wait for the state. The states go, fine, you can give it to them at or prior to signing the contract. But if you do, then you have to give them 5 days to back out of it. However, if you give it to them 48 hours before they sign the contract, once they sign it, they're locked in. So I'm going to say that again. For a short rule is at or prior to signing the contract, okay? If the states, and then you're in. But the states go, that's fine, you can do that, but then they get 5 days to back out if the client does. Now, that means you can't penalize them. If you gave them advice, you can charge them for the advice in the 5 days. But they can't penalize them for leaving. Leasing? Now, moving on. If it's a state, you have to give them 48 hours ahead of time. If you give it to them 48 hours ahead of time, then they don't get to back out. Hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Okay, the Greeks. Okay. Well, they were before Rome, and there's great. They have the Trojans, the Philippians. I think they have Macedonia. They were right after Macedonia, right before Rome. I don't know why this matters for this test, but I can go through this. So there was a great movie called The 300 about King Melanius, and they had a little gap, and they were fighting off the Persians who were coming in there to kill them all. I don't know if the Persians or not. And they fought them off for 310,000 people because they fought. Did you not mean the Greeks? Did you mean something else? Did you mean the option Greeks maybe? Okay, so let's do it. Okay, now let's go through this. Delta is how much. Okay, so let's go this way. So delta on, you won't have to do it for the test, but I have a video on this. Delta is how much the option premium moves compared to the underlying stock. So if you have a delta of 40, okay, if you have a delta of 40, then for every dollar the stock moved, the option moved 40 cents. Now, once an option's in the money, the delta is 100. Okay, just the way it is. So because they move together. When it's out of the money, it moves depending on the delta. So if it's a delta of 40, if the stock goes up $1, you'll go up, the premium will go up 40 cents. If the dollar goes down, it's going to go down 40 cents. Okay, that if it's a delta of 70, it'll be 70 cents. Now, then the other one is gamma. Okay, it's how much delta changes as we get closer to in the money, right? So gamma is that we have a delta of 40, and then the stock gets closer to the money, how much it moves from 40 to 50 to 70 to 80. It's the speed of how much it adjusts as we get closer to that. Okay, now, theta is how fast the time decay goes, right? So theta is like, when you remember, time value is the value of an option, right? So an option is, say it's 9 months long, say it expires in 9 months, it has a certain level of time value, what it's worth, okay? So it's what it's worth over that time. And theta is how fast that time value goes away. Every day, like maybe it's a penny a day, maybe it's a penny a week, whatever it is, and it doesn't have to be that exact, but that's what theta is, how fast the time value goes away. And then rho is how close it is to interest rates. Again, not testable. So the big one, the only one you might have to do is delta, which is, and you don't have to do it, you just have to understand it, that it's how much the premium moves with the stock. Okay. I definitely have a video on it. Okay. Called the Greeks. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's it. Lonra, that's it. Go through the book first. Then you'll be on here every week doing this. Go through the book, take the chapter quizzes. That's your best bet. Take your chapter quizzes, go over them. Anything below a 70, reread the chapter, watch one of my videos, whatever it is, and we go from there. That's your bet. And then we'll keep, then once you're passing those, then you take finals. And again, once you pass 3 finals in a row, whenever any of these exams, once you pass 3 in a row solidly, like not guessing, book the test for a week to 10 days later, okay? Danny, here's a problem. Like, this is what you can see. Like, Danny, so let's say you know what's going to happen, and you set up your Schwab account, and you have the word, you have the finger over the word buy, and the article comes out, and you hit buy because you know it's good, you'd have a problem. There's a whole dissemination, okay? There's dissemination where you have to give it some time. Like, in reality, if you want to get in trouble, give it a day. So you don't want to be in possession of inside information, because if you click it right when it happens, like say you see it come out on the Post or the Times, and then you click buy and then you buy it, you're taking advantage of the fact that you knew already. So again, insider trading, I hope I'm not teaching you how to insider trade, but insider trading is, it's not really, a lot of people get away with it, but it's a big deal. So it's not worth fucking around with. Okay. It's hard to prove and all that, but it's going to cost you a bit with the regulatory lawyers. Okay. 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 Who posts surety bonds? IA. Okay. IAs post a surety bond if they have custody. IARs do not. Broker dealers do if they have custody, and agents do. Broker dealers do it on the behalf of the agents. Okay. 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 Now, so again, surety bonds are for custody. IAs and BDs definitely can do it. IARs cannot. Agents can, but the broker dealers do it on their behalf if they have custody. Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. If a client lives in Arizona but gets a call when he's visiting Oregon, is he directed? No, the client called them. Client called them. Don't worry about that. Dude, listen, that's not the way the test runs. That's the way the SDC, that's the way Kaplan, that's the way Achievable does. The test is not going to do that crazy shit. They just don't. They don't give you these stupid scenarios. They want to make sure you understand it, not some crazy fucking scenario. They're going to be like, they're not definitely not going to do the old, John has 3 clients in here and 4 clients there and 12 clients there. And then he got a call from here while he got the mail from his wife, and he picked it up and he tripped over the border into Nevada. No, that's not the way it works. Okay. They're not going to, don't worry about it. If you get a call from a client, you didn't direct it anywhere. Okay. Because it's unsolicited, right? Now, it doesn't mean it's an exempt transaction. It does mean it's an exempt transaction. It means they don't have jurisdiction over the trade, but they have jurisdiction over you if you're there. So I wouldn't worry. They're not going crazy on that. Just know that unsolicited is an exempt transaction. Okay. I'm Kevin XD. Thank you. Okay, Danny. Okay, I don't know how far along you are, but I'm not a fan of that question, because I don't. If you're taking it tomorrow, then fine. Like obviously munis, options, and bonds, right? Munis are bonds. So let's go munis, bonds, and suitability. That's the way I go with it. Munis, bonds, and suitability. That's my thing. Okay. That's right. Just find out. I get it. I'm with you. Just don't talk to your journalist friends. Okay. Okay. Now, again, so listen, you got to know everything. You got to know taxes. You got to know suitability. You got to know customer accounts. And I tell everyone the day before you take any of these exams, read customer accounts. It's going to be big. Okay. Okay. So here's what we do. People have fallen asleep on me here. 6365 isn't as popular today. Also, for the 63, what's the 120 day after? So if you give a disclosure doc, the disclosure doc, every year you have to do an annual updating amendment or whatever it is. So any kind of update or any change, you have to, any kind of financial reports, you have to report to the administrator or SEC within 90 days at the end of the year. This is the way it goes. Okay. Okay. Nicholas, that's better. Now, if I send it to the regulator, I have to do it within 90 days at the end of the year, fiscal or calendar, whatever it is. If it's a customer, it's 120. Okay. So I send 90 days to the regulator, 120 to the customer. Okay. Okay. I'm Kevin XD. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. Don't have a good life. Don't commit crimes. All the ones I did, statute of limitations is over. Okay. Now, so if I call a client, directed means you call them. So here's the example. This is what I say. I'm in New Jersey. I call my client in California, but they went to Vegas on a bender. So I'm in New Jersey. I call my client. He's not there. He or she's not there, but I get them in Vegas and Nevada, and they say, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do the trade." That means I originated in New Jersey, directed to California, was accepted in Nevada, all 3 states. STC disagrees with me, but if they touch it, because they go, "Well, how would the administrator know?" That has nothing to do with it. Okay, like if I'm driving through a state that, say I'm driving through Pennsylvania and I'm doing 120 miles an hour, they still have jurisdiction of whether they catch me or not is different, but I have to still have jurisdiction over their over there. They have just their laws have jurisdiction over me. So if the client directed means called into or mailed into or emailed into, email is a little fuzzy, but if you mail, email, call into the state, put a note, put an ad in a state, that's all directed to. Okay. Last one, baby. Then I get to hang out with the rest of my family for the rest of vacation. Okay. Okay. You're going to pass like a savage, Nick. 100%. You're going to nail this thing. Go watch my Quick and Dirty. Watch my Quick and Easy, which is right after it. And go nail this fucker. Nail it. Nail it. Nail it. Remember, ethics. Make sure you go through the ethics and prohibited activities. That's going to be all over the test. Make sure that's the last thing you do. You can do account stuff, but I would say definitely ethics and prohibited activity are big. Okay. Took a practice test the other day, pretty much cold. Got a 70. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, probably. So that's why you just focus on reading. I know that you're taking that you're probably going to take a lot of tests, but just get through the book one time. Lonry, just get through the book one full time. Just get through it, then start doing quizzes. You'll thank me later when you pass. Okay. Here's the thing. I will answer you. Okay, I answer you. But remember, no one watches the fucking 5-minute video I do in the beginning. I tell you what to do. So today's Thursday. Friday, take a test. Saturday, take a test. Sunday, don't take a test. No test the day before. The day before, you watch videos, watch my crash course, go through customer accounts, go through anything, trust accounts, estates, ethics and prohibited activities. You should be reading and watching videos around dinner time. You're done. Maybe since you're taking 11, maybe 8 o'clock at night. That's fine, but not later than that. Then on the morning of, maybe go through. You're taking the 66, right, Nora? Hold on. What test? I want to make sure you're taking the 66 and not the 7. Can we blast some 7 questions in here? Hold on. Where's my Nora, man? Okay. Yeah, okay, 66. Yeah, so I would make sure you read the find the crash course playlist. I promise it'll help you. And watch them all. Don't just watch the 66. Watch the 63 quick and dirty at the same time. Also, go over trusts and estates. I promise you, it's easy and joint accounts. It's not heavy, but it's on the test that you don't want to give those stupid things up. Make sure you get the ethics and prohibited activities down, and maybe go over investment vehicles. And then you're done and go take this test and be a bad bitch. Okay. Just be a bad bitch, man, and take this fucking thing. Okay. The morning of, if you want to go for a run or workout, I'm a big fan of that because your cognition, listen, don't go fucking run a marathon. If you run a mile a month and then you go run a marathon, I'll kick your ass. But you want to work out. If you do normally work out before, like 2 hours before the test, because if you work out and you get a good sweat going, not personal best, your cognition is about 20% higher for the next 2-3 hours. It's going to help you. Okay. Not bad, guys. We got through this. Okay. Usually it's funny. I always fall about 15, 20 minutes behind, depending on the night. And then I catch up by the end. It's great because people stop asking questions because they go, he's taking forever. Okay. Everyone, I'm ecstatic. We had a couple people passing. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. It's going to help. Also, don't forget, if you're still on here, if you're not taking the test in the next couple of days, I do a Zoom group. You can join on YouTube under Serious Study Group. We meet at 6 p.m. Eastern every Friday, going over 60, 63, 65, 66 stuff. It's going to, okay. Oh, TM. Okay. Someone's, really they don't pay, but go to Edward Jones, go to Schwab, go to Fidelity, go to Vanguard. Try Morgan Stanley. Here's the other thing. Go into LinkedIn and hit hashtag Series 7. I have stuff on there, but a lot of times people are looking for Series 7 and they'll sponsor you for it. Maybe they won't. If you can't find a job and you want to, and maybe you just want to get your licenses and try to earn a little bit, try the New York Lifes, try the Mass Mutuals. They don't pay salary, but they do give you a chance. They train you. And I see a lot of successful people coming out of there. Okay. The Zoom, if you join the Serious Study Group, we meet at 6 p.m. Get the Zoom link. I'm not going to give it out here because anyone join. You get the Zoom link, comes out around 4 o'clock Eastern on the YouTube link. If you join the membership, the Serious Study Group, and you have the notifications on, and you look at about 4 o'clock Eastern, you look in the post or the membership tab, it'll be there because I send it out. You get it, but you have to everyone, you should turn notifications on. That's one big thing. if you're going to follow me, you might as well put notifications on because you can see my stupid shit. And a lot of my little short videos are more motivational to keep you going. A lot of people like them. I think they're stupid sometimes. When I'm doing them, I feel like such an idiot. But people go, oh, it helped me. It kept me going. I was just about to quit, and this video came in and helped me. So I have a lot of them on the short. So if you turn notifications on, you can see this shit. Okay. Again, so if you join Serious Study Group on YouTube, you hit join on there, and then you join. It's $25 a month. And then we meet every 6 p.m. every Friday. And the notification goes on YouTube. Okay. That's funny. Thank you, TM. Don't worry, keep at it. Just keep it on. We're going to get you through this. Okay. Boom. Ari, that's awesome. I love ending on a good note. Let's give you a good one. It's a little funky town.
I want to take me to funky town. Want to take me.
Ari, that's awesome. Okay. I now stop lagging. How crazy is that, right? Fucking A. Okay. Now, maybe I was being hacked by an evil person. Okay, so now, look, if they're doing the internship, if they're going to sponsor you for the 7, just get the 7. But if they're not going to sponsor you for the 7 until you get a job, okay? If they're not going to sponsor you for a job for the 7 while you're working there, get the 66. So basically it comes down to this. If you're working your internship, I'm glad you like that. If you're working your internship and they're going to sponsor you during the internship, get the 7, just get it. Because when it's over, you can just get the 66 on your own. But if they're not going to sponsor you for the 7, then do the 66. That's the easy way to answer that one. Okay. That's right. Just keep looking. It's always going to be there. You know what you do is keep looking. The jobs are always popping up. And I do think in the next couple of months, when the regulations are kicking, we're going to see some hiring in the business. I promise. Not promise, but I think we're going to see some opening up because they take some of the regulations away. We're going to be better off. Okay. It's just going to be It's just going to be a painful couple months. It's going to be bad. The Democrats, again, most are normal, but the ones who are crazy using it, they're going to be talking about how doom and gloom. It's not. We're going to be fine. Okay. Alex, you're getting 74s. Okay. For the 63, my 63 quick and dirty, I'm going to give you 4. Sorry. 63 quick and dirty, the 63 quick and easy, which is that 4 box, and then the can I sell a security video. They should be in there in an order. And then the 4th one is a bonus, the ethics and prohibited activities. I think that'll help a lot. I do. Okay. 74 STC, Alex. If you're getting there from not memorizing and you can get 3 or 4 of them in a row, you're going to be good. Unless you're saying 1974, but they went around then. So 74 and STC, if you're getting that, if you get 2 or 3 more of those, book your test for a week to 10 days out. Well, okay. All right. No, I'm not awesome. Yeah, look, I love you guys come on here. It makes me feel good. I like talking to people. I talk to my family all the time, but not my students. But I like talking to people that I don't have a relationship with. It's therapeutic. It's good stuff. Again, my favorite 2 nights are Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm really just trying to help people. I'm trying to give back to this shit. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. It is 9:05. With so many little people on, I did not think we would make it to 9 o'clock. But I do like the fact that it's lower. Since I split them up to the SAN 7 and the 65, 66, I don't have people on both, hopefully. So then it's going to cut it, but it's much better because we're much more in tune onto it. So you don't have to listen to shit that doesn't apply to you. Okay. Alex, let's go, baby. You passed it when I did.
Now I'm a believer.
We know that. Now I know we know.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
Boom, baby. Alex, we are with you. Let's go fucking go. Get the fuck off my line, baby. Go get some. Let's fucking go. Okay. I know, I get it. But I need to say, you can, by the way, you can start winning, baby. You can start applying now, Landry. Don't wait for the 66. Start applying now. Because it's going to take a couple months to get through the thing. And you'll have the 60. You will have the 66. Okay. Jay. Okay. I must flip people at some point. I get different people. Let's go, baby. Take tests until Monday. No tests on Monday. Review. Watch the beginning of this live. I do a whole video on what to do. But take tests, take finals, review the shit out of them. Now, when you review a final, it should take you longer to review the final than it takes to take the test because you need to go through it. And I tell everyone, as you're reviewing the finals, have a PDF of the book next to you. And every topic that you get wrong, control F it and read the paragraph, not the answer, because the answers aren't always going to help. Okay. Jay, you can do it. Look, just join the membership. It's going to help you. And then we and if you do the little up one, we meet on Friday night. But don't waste your money in that. Just get that. Okay. You'll be fine. It'll help you a lot. It'll solve a lot of problems. I just put a video out there on butterfly spreads. I don't think you're going to get a question on it, but somebody at the weekend said they got one, so I wanted to make sure everyone knows what they are. So go check out the butterfly spread. If you're having trouble with options, go check it out. We're going to help you out. Okay. Boom. Lana, that's awesome. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Look, even if you have to get a job in South Jersey or Pennsylvania or New York, I know it sucks, but then you can always try to transfer out. They promote. That's one good thing about Fidelity is they record talent and they promote actively. Okay. Okay. The closest I ever had was 9 days. I had a student who took it. We got him past the 7 on a Monday. Maybe it was less than that. And he goes, I want to take the 66 next week. I'm like, that's stupid. And he took it the following Monday and he passed. I had no idea how he did it, but he did. I mean, we did it together. We met every night, but it's crazy. I mean, a fucking week first time is nuts. I mean, that's a 2 to 3 week study. But yeah, Lana, again, you're taking it multiple times. You're going to be fine. Okay. Oh, Lana, that's more than enough time. That's why I'm saying focus on reading the book for the first. It's literally only the 6th of March. March is a long month. Spend until the 14th or 15th just reading the book however many times you can, then start taking quizzes. That's the best way to do it. We're going to rail this thing. Okay. Everyone, I got to go. I got to eat dinner or something like that. Okay. Everyone, I love seeing you guys. Let's go get myself demonetized. That's what I can do to the AC/DC one gets me actually fucking blocked. It takes me like 12 hours to get it unblocked. Okay, everyone. Yo, have a good night.
Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance. Trust fund. 6'5", I'm looking for a man in finance. The trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance. The trust fund. 6'5", I'm blue eyes. Man in finance. Trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.